Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Words with Water. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back to the crib. So this reading is going to be for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Come here. For the month of April. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of April 2020. Virgo, how are you guys hanging in here with everything that's going on? I was just asking Capricorn, like, who are you guys stuck in the house with? So I'm just curious to know, like, what sign everyone is posted up with. Or if you're by yourself, like, I'm wondering how that's working out. If you hear a little noise, like a little motor or something, or I don't know how it would sound to you, but it's my essential oil diffuser. It's kind of close to the telephone. So we're going to use 2 tarot decks, and also want to get a couple of oracle cards at the end of the reading, just to kind of see if we can get some additional insight. That just kind of flipped over on its own. Judgment. Alright. Let's give me more cards for Virgo. Evaluating an offer, I see, Virgo. Some of you. Looks like someone may have offered you a cup and you're thinking about it. You're contemplating. Oh boy. Okay. You got the 9 of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the 9 of Swords. Let me back up for a second. So you have the Judgment card. You have the Knight of Cups. Could be dealing with a Pisces. 9 of Swords. And the 9 of Pentacles. Alright. Trying to get her in focus. Let's come down here a little bit more. Right off, Virgo, I'm feeling like, okay, yeah, this person has made an offer to you, and some of you are really, really thinking about it to the point of, it's almost like just heavy energy thinking about it. And, with this 9 of Pentacles here, it's like, I feel like some of you just don't want to give up, or you're really thinking about having to give up your singlehood. And I'm saying that also, too, because, I don't know, I look at the wolf beside him, and I'm just thinking lone wolf. I mean, I definitely consider myself a lone wolf most of the time. But anyway, this isn't about me. Yeah. There's that Hanged Man. What else, please, Virgo? King of Swords. What else for Virgo, please? Queen of Swords. So lots of sword energy. Lots of communication. 10 of Swords. I feel like this is like Virgo, like this person in you, like they've told you how they felt. They've offered their cup to you. And you're really, really thinking about it, right? We've got Judgment here. And the 9 of Swords here. You're really thinking about it. Is it worth giving up your freedom to do and be, whatever? And with this hanged man here, I almost feel like it's like the two of you, this totally just turned into a relationship reading. Yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of what I'm feeling. I feel like the two of you are just kind of like, it's almost like a mental chess, in how both of you may be trying to get the other one to see things from their point of view, but neither one of you is getting anywhere with it. And it's just like, oh my gosh. And I feel like a lot of you Virgo are just pretty much right there, close to ending the situation, you know, not communicating about it anymore, because you just kind of know, and you're gonna Five of Pentacles right on up out of there, right? That was at the bottom of that deck. Let's take a little bit of a closer look. I've already shuffled these, but I'm gonna shuffle them a little bit more. Did you guys go and check out the supplements that I told you about in the last reading? They're really good. This is I'm actually just finished drinking one in some water, but this is them right here. It's called 8 Greens. Really good stuff. They do give you a lot of energy, and it's all natural. Okay. Why is this Judgment card here for Virgo? Why is Judgment here for Virgo, please? Team, too much. I'm not taking all of those. That's a lot, Virgo. I'm sorry. That was like 12 cards. Hold on. Judgment from Virgo, please. Why is Judgment here from Virgo? Okay, we're going to stop right there. There's the 8 of Swords. Y'all earth signs must be like rolling deep with each other, because I swear y'all are getting some of the same cards, or it could just be collective energy. I haven't read any of the other elements yet, so we'll see. But got the 8 of Swords here, the 2 of Cups, the Queen of Swords again, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Wands. Again, I feel like Virgo, I feel like it's you guys are really thinking about, do I want to plant this seed? Will it be successful? Some of you are definitely overthinking it. I can say that for sure. Could be dealing with fire sign. Hold on. Need one more for that. You got the Knight of Wands and the 10 of Cups. So, Virgo, I mean, yeah, you could definitely be overthinking it. Honestly, I mean, I haven't seen anything this far, so far, to tell me that, you know, if you are connecting with someone, that this would be a bad thing for you. I mean, yeah, definitely some of you dealing with a fire sign or an air sign. Or a water sign. Everybody's here, really. you're wondering, is this going to fulfill me? Is it worth giving up my my freedom for? But you know, you can't. I mean, look, I get it. We in committed relationships, there is a certain level of responsibility that we have towards each other, right? And maybe it's just me, you know. A lot of people feel like this too, but you can't. And maybe it's just the type of person I am. Like, I can totally be in a relationship and still feel, I can still feel like I'm single, but in a good way. Like, nobody's breathing down my back. I still have the free time to do what I want to do, whether that's, you know, sit off somewhere and be in my head mulling over or thinking about things, meditating, or just having time to myself, for creative things, working on business plans, which we all are going to have to, we all need to be doing that at this time in the current environment anyway. I'm totally going to do a whole video about what's going on now. I did a reading for it about a week and a half or so ago, but I just want to do like a sit down video and just talk about it. Um, yeah. It's gonna say, why is the Knight of Cups here? So there's, you know, some new communication, um, and it could be too that either you or this person, you just simply, or they simply just do not know how to communicate effectively. So you may not be able to communicate effectively with them, or they can't communicate effectively with you, because, you know, I told you in the beginning, like, it felt like both of you were trying to get each other to see the situation from your own point of view. One more for the Knight of Cups and this Page of Swords, please. One more Knight of Cups, please, for Virgo. And the Star card. So, I feel like for some of you, okay, this is weird. I feel like for some of you, like, the conversations that you have with this person could be like healing almost. Or like you're helping each other grow in a spiritual sense. And that's just for some of you. Like, there's just like pure conversation with pure intent. But the majority of you, I feel like, yeah, it's the two of you trying to get each other to see from a different point of view. Which, you know what? That's not a bad thing either. I mean, it's great to have people in our lives that enhance our experiences and our learning, right? You got the Strength card here. And this could simply be, you know, a friend or someone just kind of, you know, speaking words of encouragement. You know, be strong at this time. I never noticed that. Oh, wow. I just noticed. I've never seen it before. The infinity sign above her head on this one. I mean, I know it's on, you know, other decks, but I never noticed it here. It's kind of cool. Why is the Nine of Swords here for Virgo? Went to the Ten of Swords again, so that's a repeat. You got the Ten of Swords twice. So I think that this is moving forward. Like, whoever it is that's, if this is you, Virgo, or if this is your person that's in this Nine of Swords energy, moving to the Ten of Swords. Again, you see the owl there at the top? kind of going back to what I was just saying, I feel like some of the conversation has been very enlightening. Someone has definitely gained some wisdom from the interaction, from the communication between the two of you. I definitely feel like it's on, like I said before, on a spiritual level. And this could simply also be some of you just like, you know what, okay. I give up on trying to get this person to see things how I see them. Or it could be vice versa, them doing the same thing. One more for this Nine of Swords, please. For Virgo. One more for the Nine of Swords for Virgo, please. Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So, why am I feeling like... Virgo, I'm feeling like this is like a cycle that you're going through with this person. I need you to see what I'm saying. No, I need you to see what I'm saying. Okay, well, let's talk about it. And no, I don't agree with that. See, that's why I can't talk to you. You know what? Let's just drop it. Then we don't talk for a week, 2 weeks, and then we come back. Hey, I was thinking about something. You know what? You know, it's that re-engagement, trying to create some stability in the connection. But for some reason, it just feels like it keeps getting stuck and pull back, stuck and pull back, stuck, pull back. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here for Virgo? Four of Pentacles. I told you, Virgo, like you're not, and this could be your person, but I feel like that's that Nine of Pentacles being clarified by the Four of Pentacles. Some of you are trying to hold on to your singlehood. Like, it's just, you just don't want to, yeah. Look, the Lovers. Hold on, let me. And then the Six of Swords. This is a weird energy. It's like touch and go, touch and go, touch and go. Like you come together only to separate again. And you come back again. Only to separate again. Like there's no roots to this situation. You got the Page of Wands that just fell out. And the High Priestess. I hadn't asked to clarify anything yet, so we're just going to roll with those two. But this is definitely kind of what I was just saying, though. Coming together and pulling away. Coming together, pulling away. And somehow, and I really do feel like this is, it's like almost like a soul tie or a soulmate, karmic energy that you guys, it's just a cycle that you keep going through. And the situation just keeps manifesting itself over and over. Why is the Hangman here? Four of Swords. Taking that rest, taking a breather from the situation. One more for the Hangman, please. One more for the Hangman. One more for... Ooh, nope, that's too much. Really? Really? Oh, Virgo, man, look. This is a lot. They all fell out. I'm going to take them, okay? And this is all clarifying the Hangman, right? We had that Four of Swords. Got the King of Swords again. So still thinking about new ways, better ways of delivering communication without it turning into this 10 of wands feeling burdensome. Some of you are just completely bored with the connection, and that could be why, it comes away and falls off like it does. Like maybe one of you or both of you or the other person starts getting bored with the connection. And you know what? There are some people who it's almost like they thrive in, this sort of conflict, right? It's like they feed off of it or get energy off of it. I don't know, yeah. Well, I didn't know this was here until I just pulled it from out the rest of them. This is the shadow. The shadow side in regular tarot, this is the devil. So kind of like what I was just saying, like some people thrive off of that conflicting energy. And for some of you, this just represents the fear of this connection, the fear of losing your singlehood. Three of Cups. So it could be time for this person to come back around, or for you to come back around to this person. Y'all reconcile again. Everything, is happy and bright for a little while. And then Virgo is Virgo again. And by no means am I saying that it's you doing this, Virgo. I'm just saying this is your card. Nine of Pentacles. It's like you guys separate again. And you could be, like I said, with this feeling like a karmic relationship or like that soulmate energy. It could be that, especially with this shadow side here, this feels like a connection where it's like both of you trigger each other so much. But it also, like, when you guys trigger each other, it sparks growth. Like, self-growth. Self-improvement. Does that make sense? Kind of like going to school every day, and it's like, ooh, what am I going to learn today? What is Mrs. Jones going to teach us today? Four of Wands. Yeah, I keep saying, like, this just feels like soulmate, karmic, soul tie energy to me. And I feel like, yeah, when you guys are in a good place, you're in a good place. Like, everything's great. But somewhere in the cycle, there's disagreements. And this could be about, your future, where the relationship is going. And then, like I said, Virgo doesn't want to give up their singlehood. Could be the other person, but I feel like it's you that just, it's like you're not willing to make that sacrifice most of the time. Why is the King of Swords here? Eight of Pentacles. What is this turned over? You got three cards, two more cards that's turned over. So this King of Swords, it's clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Two of Wands. So I'm sorry, that's the Three of Wands, Virgo. Not the Two of Wands, that's the Three of Wands. Some of you could be waiting on communication from this person now, or they're waiting for communication from you. Someone is wanting some truth. They're waiting for the truth about something. With this Eight of Pentacles here, Virgo, I feel like that's just you guys kind of focusing on your work and your stability right now. New ideas for stability, work. It's kind of like what I was saying to Taurus and Capricorn. Like, you know, I feel like we're all in a place right now where we have to, everything is shifting. And we all are looking for new ways right now to create some sort of stability and self-sufficiency in our lives. Right? So you guys are definitely doing that as well. Why is the Queen of Swords here for Virgo? What is the Queen of Swords about? What is the Queen of Swords talking about? Why is... Okay, look. This card is just in this deck. So we're going to roll with it. That Queen of Swords. It's the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles clarifying the Queen of Swords here. For some, I feel like this is definitely kind of what I was saying about the on and off, you know, communication, holding back. You know, again, for some of you, this is thinking of and communicating ways to, again, maintain your stability. Holding on to what you have. You ever heard that saying, like squirreling something away? You see the squirrel down there? It's like squirrel it away for a rainy day or whatnot. It's like saving, holding on. One more for the Queen of Swords, please. Queen of Swords and Four of Pentacles. Why is the Queen of Swords here? This Four of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. So, again, this is some new fiery communication coming in. One more, please. One more, please. Page of Cups fell out in reverse. So typically, a Page of Cups is going to be like, you know, an apology, a new emotion coming forward. But since it fell out in reverse, okay. I feel like you or the person is waiting for that. And with this Ten of Swords here, it just kind of... someone gets tired of waiting for it. Why is this Ten of Swords here? Give me more for this Ten of Swords, please. Yeah, the Moon. Some of you could be dealing with the Pisces. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. And the High Priest. Some of you have some... And a few minutes back, Virgo, I was thinking like, man, I really haven't seen any cups in this reading. Which led me to feel like, okay, there's not really a whole lot of emotion here. But, you know, now I see it. Virgo, I feel like this person has some sort of love for you, or you have some sort of love for them. And no one has communicated that yet. For some of you, it has been communicated. Very few of you. It has been communicated, and it's just too much for the other person right now. But somehow, look, you have the high priest and the high priestess. Somehow, this connection keeps manifesting itself round and round and round and round and round again. This is a spiritual connection. And I don't know, honestly, Virgo, like, I really don't know. I mean, as far as any sort of advice or anything, I really don't know what to tell you because, I can tell you what I see here in the cards, but I don't know what to tell you as far as how to make this stop because I've been in a situation like this before, and it can be absolutely maddening. And I think what happened with us was we just kind of pulled back and just let it do its own thing. Like, here's the thing. It depends. Like, if you or the person you're in this connection with or connected to, like, if one of you feels like you're doing more or reaching out to communicate more or expressing emotions more than the other one, I mean, that's not balance. That's not balance. And that is very indicative of someone that has like self-worth issues. And I'm not fussing or anything. I mean, that was totally me. Like, it was definitely a karmic connection, and it taught me a lot about my own self-worth and self-value. And can you still care about and love a person and still value yourself? Absolutely. There's definitely levels of, respect that we all deserve. So, it's definitely, if you have to pull back, you have to pull back in order to respect yourself, right? Or vice versa. If this is, this is for your cross watcher, Give me 2 cards for Virgo. 2 final thoughts for Virgo. And they gave you 3, Virgo. 4, Virgo. You have solitude. Total 9 of Pentacles energy, right? Vision. Hedgehog. And doll. So, Virgo, your person or you, I definitely feel like your person could be dealing with, or like I said, it could be you, dealing with issues from their past, like their childhood. It could be childhood trauma or something, which has them in a very, or you, in a very protective space. Hedgehogs have all that, what do you call those? Quills? I think that's what you call them. They have those quills as a form of protection. And then with the solitude card being here, and we saw that hangman twice in the deck. I think, was it twice? No, that was Capricorn. You guys had it once, but it was still there. So you had the hangman, solitude, and this hedgehog. And vision. So I feel like this is mostly for Virgo. With these two cards here, solitude and vision, that's definite hermit energy to me. I feel hermit energy off of this. There's something, Virgo, that you guys are gonna have to work on. Just let it flow. Something from your past. It could be your childhood, um, or just like a think six of cups energy. Um, but there's some healing that needs to be done. Because I feel like you are so on guard. Remember all the swords that we saw? We saw the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords. Um, this is a perfect time, Virgo. We all have lots of extra time on our hands right now. And, if there's something that needs to be dealt with, now is a good time to deal with it. I mean, we're in spring. I know we're all in our homes for the most part, but my hope, not just for you, but for all of us as a collective humanity, is that we can emerge from this new beings, and that we've shed a lot of what needs to be shed, so that we can be happier and live more fulfilling lives and know what is important to us. It's like I was talking to my brother earlier tonight. He's a Virgo moon, right? And we were talking about growing vegetables and self-sufficiency, and um, how there's so much now that by us being in our homes like we are, right? So many people, I feel like, are actually seeing now for the first time, like, all of these things that we have. We don't really need them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all the things that we've had in our lives that we actually don't need. It's like a cleansing, a shedding happening right now. And people are really, I feel like, are really thinking about very intently what makes me happy, what is bringing me, or what will bring me joy and fulfillment. What is worth my time right now and my energy. But before we can start building that and investing in that, we've got to do away with some old things, some old behaviors, some old thought patterns, our self-worth. I did a reading for this whole situation that we're experiencing as a collective, and I called it the great equalizer, because at this point, none of us are greater than or better than the person before or after us. But we still have a responsibility to each other to be respectful, helpful, because we are in this together, right? And it's like my brother and I were saying, like, this is a time that people are really going to have to learn to work together for the things that are important. Not all the bullshit that we've had all these years and years and years and years. That is absolutely nothing. Like, what is important? You ask me what is important? Like, for my life, I'm going to tell you what is important to me is love. Unconditional, like pure, unconditional love. family, and obviously survival, you know, a roof over my head, food to eat, um, you know, all of the basic necessities of life. But I personally feel like when you can find, and this is totally all the Pisces in me talking, right? When you can find true unconditional love, because we're all fucked up some kind of way, right? But when you can connect with someone that sees past that and can love you past that, and vice versa, and you guys really connect on that spiritual level, Virgo, you did have the high priest and the high priestess. This is a spiritual connection. But I'm talking in general, but I just wanted to bring that up again. But when you can see past all of that and actually connect to someone's soul, like, to me, that is the absolute most beautiful thing. And then there's nothing that two people can't do or a community can't do when there's that level of respect, acceptance, and love. Unconditional love. I'm going to stop rambling. Come back in a couple weeks. Also, Virgo, look, real quick. So, in my salon, well, I didn't make it in the salon, but so I make this jewelry, like bracelets, beaded bracelet, kind of like this kind of stuff. You can see it. Wire wrapped crystal pendants, that kind of thing. I'm currently working on an Etsy store. But I was selling these in my salon, so I'm trying to get an Etsy store started online. Part of the proceeds from the sales go to an organization that helps people that have like mental health matters. And some of you may know, I may have talked about it before, but like I've last year did crisis intervention counseling. So that's kind of what got me into this kind of thing. So anyway, part of the proceeds will go to this organization that help people that have mental health matters, whether it's depression, anxiety, you know, addictions, that kind of thing. So once I get all of that set up, I will be sharing it more here on the channel, and hopefully you guys will be able to go and have a look, maybe to support me, obviously, and again, anything that you would purchase would also help someone that just needs mental help. So anyway, that's what I got for you guys tonight. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go find a snack and go to bed. But I love you guys. I love you so much, Virgo. Bye.